Ben Obese-Jecty.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and thank you that somebody can recognise the difference between myself and my honourable friend, the member for Eastbourne. I do not like talking about race. I don't like talking about the colour of someone's skin, complete with the innuendo that often accompanies it. Not because it's awkward, not for any lack of pride or identity, simply because it is so rare for the context to be positive, as well as the inevitable abuse from those on the left that follow any contribution from this side of the House. Sometimes the distance between the two sides of this chamber is far greater than just two sword lengths. My father met my mother in 1969 as teenagers. He, the son of the stool chief of Aparedi Akuapem, Nana Oboni Ayem Nyako III. Sorry, Hansard. She, a white girl from West Sussex who worked in the local bank. Neither of them were toolmakers or worked for the NHS, but I doubt you'll be surprised to learn that 1969 was not the cultural epoch of interracial relationships. It was hard, much harder than anything I've ever had to go through. They faced prejudice that I could never imagine. But, as one might expect, they had the strength to persevere, and I'm hugely proud of them, because they are still together. And this Christmas Eve, it will be 55 years since they met, and they are still going strong. They blazed a trail that I've been able to follow, and thousands like me. They never asked for any recognition, nor, I'm sure, expected to receive any, but they absolutely grizzed it out, Madam Deputy Speaker. And I wouldn't be stood here today if they had not lasted the course. Reclaiming the narrative started with stories like theirs and others like theirs. But too often, we talk about life as a black Briton through the filter of injustice. We obsess over slavery and reparations, over grievances and microaggressions, over systemic and institutional racism. We unintentionally drip feed an invective of nihilistic victimhood and exculpable underachievement, and then wonder why some find it so easy to look down upon the black population, and some within it are so unwilling to do their share of the heavy lifting. We risk reinforcing a them and us narrative which tells black Britons that they are second-class citizens. We lazily accept a media landscape that revels in promoting the very worst aspects of black culture, repeatedly valorising criminality and violent gangs, exploiting negative stereotypes for commercial gain, without ever really holding the companies who happily do so to account. It is one of the contributing factors to the milieu that feeds concerns around stop and search on the one hand, and children carrying knives on the other. It is for all of us in this House to reclaim that narrative, recognising that the narrative is not the historic one that we are saddled with, but a current one that we are voluntarily yoked to. We have a responsibility in this House, whether we like it or not, to be role models for those that follow us. For we who have the confidence, or the talent, or the simple good fortune to find ourselves in this place have shown that race need no longer be a barrier to success. We must recognise that. Reclaiming the narrative starts with those of us who are privileged enough to be a visible representation of what is possible. Not through all black shortlists or well-meaning but clumsily implemented pushes to increase diversity that inevitably come at someone else's expense, but because we earned it. I would never want to think that my success was in any way manufactured because somebody took pity on me because I'm not white. Nor would I want that for anybody else either. On this side of the House, being black doesn't stop you from being selected in a rural Conservative seat, or being the London mayoral candidate, or running for the leadership of the most successful political party in the world, historically. I am hugely proud to be British, to have served in the British Army, to be here now on the green benches, and I would hope that others can feel that this country is one that they are proud to serve too. Generously, I will leave the last word to the party opposite, and in particular to the words of the first black Cabinet Minister, Lord Bertang, upon his promotion to Chief Secretary to the Treasury. My colour is part of me, but I do not choose to be defined by my colour. As somebody who does not like to talk about their race, that is one sentiment makes that gap a little less than two swords.
Yeah.